This video is an updated version of my Nobius plan to Irradiant in Valorant, which is one of the first videos that I've uploaded on this channel. This is only possible thanks to the comment section as well as thanks to the numerous high rank players that I've been talking to. If you don't already know me, I'm Corey, an Ascendant 2 Valorant player who wants to compete in Tier 3 or College Valorant. The problem is that I'm 17 and going into my last year of high school, meaning that I only have 1 year left to go from Ascendant 2 all the way up to Immortal 3 or even Radiant. This is exactly why I needed a plan that could take me there. So for the past few days, I've been learning from the best players I know and combined all of their Valorant knowledge as well as my knowledge in the realm of self-improvement to create a new updated plan to hit Radiant. Keep in mind that this plan isn't really meant to be replicated by you guys, it's just what I'm doing personally to improve at the game. Let's get right into it. So before even thinking about routine, I wanted to think about what the routine was meant to turn me into. I spent about 30 minutes to an hour writing down the qualities of what I think the perfect Radiant Jett player would look like. This didn't just cover mechanics or game sense, but areas outside of the game too, such as how they would practice or their psychology. I got this idea from a video I'll put on the screen right now, but I found this exercise really helpful for giving myself direction. This gave me a list of things that I needed to work on and was useful for when I actually created the plan. And this plan would turn out to be quite simple. I started with the idea of creating the ideal body and brain for Valorant. And now I know this sounds pretty stupid at first, but if you think about it logically, this is theoretically a real thing. The ideal Valorant player has all of the qualities that are listed on the screen right now, and these can all be improved with self-improvement, which is why I started it earlier in a previous video. The exact habits that I'm currently working on are sleep, exercise, specifically cardio, meditation, and diet. For sleep, I'm trying to sleep at least 8 hours a night. However, this past week it's been really difficult because I'm trying to wake up at 5 AM every day in preparation for school, and this has been really difficult to adjust to. I also quit caffeine in fear of it affecting my sleep schedule, as well as inconsistency I noticed in my aim that could be caused from the jitters I get from caffeine. For exercise or cardio, I'm trying to run 3 kilometers a day. However, I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking hard in this area and haven't run a single kilometer. I need to take this a lot more seriously because running is really good for you. It's good for your heart, lungs, and even your brain. I also try to meditate at least 5 minutes a day, but ideally 10. This just helps calm my nerves and improves mental fortitude such as patience, which is just a really important quality to have when you're playing a game like Valorant. For my diet, I'm trying to eat more clean and bulk up, so this is around 2.5 to 3,000 calories a day and 130 grams of protein. I find that I perform a lot better in game when I'm well satiated. It's also very important for myself that I stay well hydrated, so I try to drink around 3 liters of water per day. All of these habits are scientifically proven to improve your reaction time, your learning speed, and all of the other qualities that I mentioned earlier. These habits will make every second I spend practicing the most efficient they can possibly be and maximize my consistency in game. Now, the actual routine and the time I spend training for Valorant is very simple and straightforward. The actual hard part is staying consistent with it. I aim train for around 45 minutes sometime in the day before touching Valorant. This doesn't have to be right before I play. I could aim train in the morning and play in the evening, or even in the afternoon and play in the evening. I just have it set up this way so that I actually do the aim training consistently, because if I have to aim train in order to play, I'm more likely to aim train. I then play 2 to 4 ranked games a day, and I hop into the range for about 5 to 10 minutes before each game. The actual ranked and in-game environment is really important to get used to. This is the only way to actually put your mechanics to practice with all of the pressure that comes with a real game, and in the past I was neglecting this area of practice a lot. Lastly, I just play 3 to 6 deathmatches a day to further hone my mechanical skills. This is definitely going to change when school starts, but I'm going to stay consistent while I still can. It's important that I actually follow this and play the necessary amount, otherwise I won't see the amount of improvement that I need to. Now I want to focus on concepts or training philosophy. The first one is the concept of intention. Now here's where I feel like I kind of cracked the code to improving, and this concept can be used in any area of life, not just Valorant. At the start of every week, I pick 1 to 2 things maximum that I want to focus on and hyper fixate on these things during every hour of playtime that I have that week. I literally have a physical notebook with a pen in front of my keyboard, and I write these focuses out at the start of every single play session in all capital letters. I read them out loud during every single buy phase and stay conscious of whatever skill I'm working on during the week. I actually started doing this during the crosshair placement video, and I think that in the long term, this will guarantee my success. Throughout each deathmatch and each rank game, these 1 to 2 focuses are polished until they are significantly better than they were at the start of each week. I'm going to try to switch skills every single week just because it doesn't make good content to work on crosshair placement or movement for a month straight. However, ideally, I think if I didn't have an audience and I just wanted to go pro, I would focus on 1 to 2 skills for an entire month and get that to the level of maybe a high immortal player before moving on to the next skill. The idea of intention can also be used when aim training. Whenever you're about to start a scenario or task, ask yourself what it's meant to work on. Is it your accuracy, your speed, reaction time? Intent is just so important for improvement. The last concept is also really important, but somewhat generic. A good mindset is necessary for getting better at the game. My mindset while playing is fairly simple, but I think that it's still unique to myself. I play to improve. I don't care about winning or losing, and I'm not afraid of a loss. I have my 2 focuses that I want to focus on, and that is my personal win condition. If I lose a match, but I've been working on my crosshair placement every round, then in my eyes, it's a win. If I'm improving every single week, then it's impossible for me to stay hard stuck. If I become the level of a high radiant player, I will inevitably reach at least high immortal or low radiant. The game isn't working against me. The world isn't working against me. If I put in the work, I will get where I want to be eventually. Lastly, I want to tell you about my goals and set an actual timeline for my journey to reaching high immortal and playing in collegiate Valorant. The goal is to hit immortal by the end of the month. Until I hit immortal 1 or 2, I probably won't be VODRVing too much other than looking back at gunfights, as I want to become a very strong mechanical player and build my own playstyle. By the end of the year, I want to be around Immortal 3, and this is where I'm going to focus on expanding my agent pool and analyzing pro players to further evolve my own playstyle. From there, I'll try to find a team and continue scrimming until I've made it. Of course this is going to be difficult, but with hard work, anything is possible. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers, it really means a lot, and I do want to make this a career someday, so your support helps so fucking much. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you for watching.